Greetings, everyone, and a warm welcome to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. I'm Tom Poland, beaming out from Sunshine Coast in Australia, joined today by Howard Whiteson. Howard, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. G'day from down under. Where are you hanging out?
I'm hanging out in Shanghai, Tom.
How's are you through the lockdowns there in China, or are you still sort of dodging them a bit?
It's still a little bit crazy, but luckily the weather is sunny and lovely, so I'm just going out and trying to ignore the mayhem.
Good on you. Stay clear of those protests. I suspect would be a good idea. Folks, Howard and I have known each other now for quite a few years, actually, and he's a very, very talented person in many different areas. But the one I want to talk with you about today, Howard, is the title is How to Boost Your Charisma on Camera. Now, Howard, folks, has got decades of global communication coaching with professional performance techniques. He can unlock every nuance of charisma on camera for entrepreneurs who want to serve, to sell, and to scale using video. And Howard, I know from experience how clunky we can sometimes feel when the camera suddenly comes on and that red light's going. So I'm all ears to learn how you help with that. Our 7 minutes is going to start now, sir. Question number one is, who is your ideal client?
So I help seasoned entrepreneurs who have gone as far in their business as they can go, and it's really time for them to face their greatest fear, which is going on camera, so they can bring their radical truth, or what I would call charisma on camera, to the screen. And as you said, to serve, to sell, to scale their business one viewer at a time.
Right. And I know you're quite masterful at this yourself in your own subtle British way, but there's so much that can help us unwrap, I suppose. So let's go to question two. How would you define the problem that you solve for these camera shy entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so in my experience, Tom, there are two problems. One is that entrepreneurs can simply be so shy, so nervous that they don't go on camera at all. Or for those of them who have walked the hard yards and got onto camera, they can find themselves a bit trapped by their own methodical way of working and unable to break through to the next level.
And let me just clarify this. Are you helping entrepreneurs with that problem both in recording situations as well as when they're live on, or say on a webinar call or something like that?
Yeah, so the principles I teach would apply to lives, they would apply to reels and shorts, which are incredibly popular these days, as well as recorded material. Yeah.
What's a short switch?
A short or a reel is on Instagram. Yeah, on Instagram, for example. Yeah.
Gotcha. TikTok, Instagram, and so on. Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Let's go to question three. We've got over 5 minutes left still. What would you say? What are the symptoms of someone who needs what you've got? What's happening? Give them a heads up that they need to reach out to you.
Yes, so they either are so fearful that they procrastinate and just tell themselves, you know what, I'm going to write blogs, I'm going to do audio, or when they go on camera, they start to sweat or go red or go blank or fear that they're going to go blank. Or then for the more experienced, they may be spending hours scripting and re-scripting and then shooting and reshooting and editing and adding in B-roll. So it can take a long time for them to produce a fairly short video.
Right. Yes, I've heard of people taking hours to do a 2-minute video. So
correct.
We're talking about entrepreneurs who are generally growth orientated. They're going to have already tried stuff. What would you say are some of the common mistakes that people try before they find your solution?
So there's a few things. Number one is people say, just practice. But practice doesn't make perfect. It just makes habitual. So if you're making a mistake and you're practicing the mistake, you're just going to become very good at making that mistake.
Right. Good
And
point.
then I think another really common error is to feel that, particularly on a sales video or one that's designated high importance, people feel they have to script everything out, and then they become very wooden. Their delivery and tone are obviously those of someone who's reading a script, and they just can't bring themselves. They don't feel aligned with their messaging and their marketing in the way that you
Right.
talk about.
Right. So you have this person who's perhaps a wonderful personality, but feels like it's all being filtered somehow, or they're suddenly turned into someone else. And that's
Yeah, the
your thing
camera.
about bringing the charisma out, right?
Yes, absolutely. So people say, I've got a great personality until the camera goes on, and the camera goes on and my personality switches off.
Right.
So,
I suddenly start
and
sounding
it,
like a bank manager. So
yeah,
so just to move things along, because just under 3 minutes left, what give us a top tip? Let's listen to this. It's question 5, valuable for reaction. It's not going to solve the whole problem, but it might just get people started.
well, a great start is that people look at the externals of great presenters like you, Tom, and they think, oh my God, I wish I could get there. I could be as good. And they try to imitate. But the number one tip is, before you go on camera, warm yourself up physically. So you and I both spend a lot of time in front of our computers. We get a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders. Just give yourself a little massage, move your body, get up, move around, release some of the tension in your body, and that will help you simply to relax.
That's fascinating. So the physical impacts on the mental, relax, get your body relaxed and warms up the mind. Thank you for that.
Correct.
Question 6, just under 2 minutes left. A valuable free resource. Where can people go to find out more about getting their charisma out in front of cameras?
Yes, another very common issue people have is with their voice. They feel their voice is flat or dull or boring. Or if they're speaking on a live for 5-6 hours, I've had clients doing that, their voice runs out of steam. And so I've put together a free series of video classes. They're all very short, 3 minutes and under, but they will help you to reach a professional level with your voice.
Fabulous. So folks, it's got the URL here. It's www.charismacoach.biz/F for Freddy /free-voice-classes. There'll be a link under the video if you're watching the video. Otherwise, charismacoach.com/F for Freddy /free-voice-classes. Howard, thank you for that. I've had a look at the page. It looks fabulous. 3 video voice classes for no charge. Question number 7, sir. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't? And the answer within 40 seconds, please.
So, can charisma be learned? Many people feel that charisma is an innate quality, but it can be learned, Tom. And the number one reason I know that is because I've learned it.
Right.
So I was very shy, very introverted as a young man, extremely nervous about any kind of public performance. And I've learned how to bring my personality to the screen.
And
so
that's going to make you the best teacher, because the earth has gone through the worm. Howard Whiteson, thank you so much for your time and your insights.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.